All right. Sharing my screen. You guys can see that. I don't see that big mess of pictures. I have to, here we go, boom. Can you guys see that?
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Okay, so today's all about how to rock your challenge group posts. And this is one that's really near and dear to my heart because I really take these challenge group posts seriously because I, one, don't want to be put in Facebook jail, but I also want them to be scroll stoppers. So I probably overthink them, and Megan mentioned this too. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I almost don't put a post out unless I feel like it's on point and somebody's going to like it or somebody's going to mention that they want to buy a challenge pack. And so I kind of have to get over that a little bit, but hopefully you guys will learn something about how to make some really great challenge group posts. So creative content. I really wanted to start here with creative content. We're going to get all in about images and how to make some really great posts. But first and foremost, your content on the side of your picture or wherever you put it in Facebook when you type your content at the top, that needs to be on point, and that's imperative. They are going to stop and look at your picture, but then they're going to read, why did you post this crazy picture of you working out or your transformation? So let's talk about content first. So as you guys can see there, this is one I just did about the PyoFix hybrid training that I started this week. And let's talk about a few things that should be in your content. So one, you should definitely address your target audience. So mine is busy moms. I relate to busy moms because I don't want to pay for a gym membership. I don't want to put my kid in a car seat. I don't want to have to try to find an extra bottle. I don't want to pump. I don't want to find my tennis shoes and socks and keys and shirt and extra toys and diapers, and it just is a headache for me. So I'm always trying to reach out to busy moms. So here's my target audience. Hello, busy moms, right there at the beginning. Join me for an awesome 2-for training. Then I want you to really talk to your audience and about their struggles. So what is it that they're struggling with? Here's my struggle. As a work from home mom, I've pretty much given up on trying to get to the gym or get my body back into pre-baby shape. Then I found the 21-day fix, which is my soulmate workout, and everything changed. So one, you're going to talk about their struggles or talk to their struggles, and then you're going to solve it. So my solve there is the 21-day fix. That was my soulmate workout. Then I'm going to give a testimonial. I lost 10 pounds and 6.5 inches my first round, going strong ever since. So this needs to be your testimonial. If you're in the picture, it should be your testimonial. If you're using one of your challenge group participants and their before and after pictures, it can be their testimonial. But you really want to make sure you have these are key ingredients to your content with your picture. Now I'm adding Pio into the mix. Last, your call to action. You better have this in there. You better not just be posting up a picture and it just say, here's my next challenge group. Have a call to action. We start our prep week on Monday and Tuesday. April 14th is your last chance to order before we kick off this epic 30-day journey. I have 3 spots left. There's that urgency, right? So even though you may have 7 spots or 10 spots, may not have added anybody, they don't need to know that. They need to know that it's exclusive. Everybody loves exclusivity. We love being the VIP. That's what we love. So make sure that you put that in there. You have 3 spots, you have 5 spots, whatever that number might be for you guys. 3's been pretty good for me. Occasionally I'll do, this is a group I'm only opening up to 10 people. Again, that's that exclusive piece of your content. Our swimsuit bodies are begging to make an appearance in 30 days. Will you be ready? So give them a reason to private message you at the end. So they need to send you a private message or like this picture or put something at the bottom that says I'm in, whatever you want to put there at the end. So your target audience, your struggle or their struggles. Now you're going to solve their struggle, your testimonial, a call to action, and a reason to PM you. Okay. So your content should include, talk to the person as if you're just talking to one person and that person is a friend. So make sure that that person is somebody you kind of, you're warm, you're using your lingo, your verbiage. Connect with your followers' emotional why. So we used to say in the fitness industry that there's really 3 reasons people buy personal training. They either want to feel good, they want to look good, or they want to be able to perform better. So those are 3 reasons. Those are the 3 reasons people buy. But it's all around their emotions. So you need to figure out what it is. Is it they want to be able to keep up with their 2-year-old son? They want to look better in their swimsuit or feel sexy, or they want to have more energy. Or maybe they're doing it because their doctor says they have to lose weight. So really try to connect to their why. For me in that last post, it was, man, I've got this, pre-baby body that I'd like to get back into shape. And I, want to feel good about myself. Pinpoint their struggles and solve it in your post. Give a testimonial. Make it exclusive. People love that. Give a call to action, and then give them a reason to PM you so you can form them later about what would be if this is really going to be the best workout for them. If you're doing T25 and it's somebody who just had a baby, this is probably not going to be the best workout for them. They may see that, oh, this is awesome, and look at Lisa's before and after, but that's going to be a really high intensity workout for someone, and they may need to do 21-day fix. And then you can tell them, hey, I'm doing 21-day fix at the end of the month. I really think this would be a better workout for you. We don't want to just be selling just for the sake of selling and putting somebody in our challenge group. And you guys know that really doesn't need to be in there and could be doing more harm than good. Okay, let's talk about text, baby. Let's talk about you. And okay, so you guys know that's, if you're a child of the 90s, hopefully you know where that came from. But let's talk about where your text, okay? Boom, getting a little geek on you here with the complimentary color wheel. But this is all about our challenge group posts. So Megan says it all the time, our pictures have to be scroll stoppers. And we do this, and we don't even realize as humans that we do this, but we stop on pictures with complimentary colors. So if you're a Wahoo's fan for the Virginia Cavaliers, you know that orange and blue are their colors, so you need to know that this is where people's eyes are drawn to. So if you are making a post, be thinking about the complementary color wheel. I know this is so geeky, but honestly, red and green go together, yellow and purple if you're a Lakers fan, woo, Magic Johnson, and orange and blue. I mean, this is really and truly, this is so elementary, or maybe you learned this in middle school, but this is, I'm telling you guys, this is the basis of making sure someone stops on your picture. So I put over here on the color wheel purple and yellow, or like a light fuchsia and green, because the next picture I'm going to show you does just that. So we have purple and green, and a lot of times I'll use a neon color for my little banners so that my words pop. And then make sure that in your picture, your content is, your verbiage and your content is leading them around the page. So you can see that I've really highlighted some pictures like you, or excuse me, some words like you, 21 days, before and after. That's what I want them to look at first. And you can tell those are the words that pop out, and those are the ones you're reading first. But then it should lead them around the page. They should go down to 3 spots left. They should see a transformation, my transformation, and one of my challengers' transformations. They should know what it includes. And the last one, and this one is huge, guys, make sure that you're looking at your picture, your challenge group post on your cell phone. Because guess what? 99% of people are looking at your images on their cell phone. They're not looking in front of this beautiful big monitor that we get to see our pictures in, and seeing how magnificent they look with all of their colors or content, because they're just scrolling. And you want to make sure they stop on that picture and go, what's Lisa talking about? What's Tiffany talking about? What's Robin talking about? What's Sarah got going on? So make sure you look at it on your cell phone. All right, so your text strategy, use the complimentary color wheel. If you don't know if something's complimentary color wheel, Google it. There'll be all kinds of images come up. I know that seems like that's a little bit much, and that's like one more stop, but I'm telling you guys, it really and truly is, it's important. Make your primary message stand out. Lead them around your picture. So if you want them to stop at the 3 spots left, then make sure that's in an area of your challenge group post that's visible and leads them down to it. And then always look at your picture before you post it on your cell phone. Would you stop on it? If you were scrolling, would you stop on it? We would, because we made it, but it's like calling your baby ugly. But honestly, make sure that you stop. You can see it. Okay, become great. You guys are like, what am I talking about? Go pro. Become great at one of these, either PicMonkey, Photofy, Canva, the bottom one there is PicStitch. Become great at one of these. I'll have to say, when I first started out, I started with PicMonkey. I didn't know really any of these other ones existed. It was the one that Megan sent me to. I loved the professionalism of Megan's pictures. I also fell in love with Brittany Leggett's style. Look and see if there's other coaches that you really like their style. What is it? When you copy somebody, it's the best form of flattery. So, nothing under the sun is new, right? So everything we do is somebody's already done. So I really wanted my pictures and my posts to be very, very professional, but still have me in there, so that it wasn't like I'm just showing the products. So become great at one of these. Learn PicMonkey. Take some time to do it. I know it's like, oh God, it's so if you're not a creative person or you don't like little tedious things, I'm like a instant transformation person. That's why I like to do makeup and photos, and because I know it can just immediately, I can just do a couple things and it transforms it. I don't know why I've been in the fitness industry for 16 years when it takes people like, 4 or 5 months to lose weight. But I love instant transformations. So that's why I love putting together pictures. But if you're not that type of person, still try to get outside your comfort zone a little bit and really learn one of these and go pro with them, as far as knowing how to take out a background, knowing that you can put two texts over top of each other to get like a shadow effect. Like, learn a couple things that make your picture stand out, because really and truly, that's what's going to kind of set you apart from just someone who picks a pink background, writes 21-day fix challenge on it, and includes a picture. So take a little bit of time. Again, if this is your business and you're serious about it, then these are some of the things you're going to want to incorporate. And you just have to pick one. You don't have to become an expert at all of these, but come pro at least one. Know your target audience. So this is huge. Probably should have started with this one. My target audience, like I said, is stay-at-home moms or busy moms, professional women. You can see this mom right here. She's doing a little bit of everything. And I want to speak to her. I want to tell her that I'm not going to add one more thing to her plate. I'm going to actually take some things off her plate. And so make sure that you know who you're addressing in your posts. Don't just go about it haphazardly and just hope that somebody who's scrolling through your news feed is going to just automatically go, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for Kristen to mention that she's doing the 21-day fix challenge group. Where has she been all my life? I've been waiting for this to come up on her newsfeed, because that's not how it's going to hit home, and that's not how you're going to be able to really draw in a great audience for your challenge groups. Pick your challenge group theme. So I'm really big on this one as well, because this is easier for me to create images if I know kind of what is the theme that I'm going to be asking my challenge group or group participants to join me in. And sometimes we don't do that. Sometimes we're just like, well, the 21-day fix is a theme, insanity is a theme, T25 is a theme, PIO is a theme. Well, they are, but they've all been done. Everybody's used the PIO logo and the P90X logo, and so think of ways that you can actually create themes around either the times of year, the holidays, whatever it might be, and then make your group around that. It takes just a little bit more effort, but it really makes them exclusive to you and your challengers. So these are some of the ones I did. I did in Valentine's Day, I did a little black dress type of theme, and really trying to get stay-at-home moms, if they were going out on date nights with their husbands, were they little black dress ready, LBD. So I did one all about kind of Valentine's Day and a challenge group kind of around that. I've done one, everybody seemed like during the winter, or we were coming out of winter, but everybody was talking about in Northern Virginia, which is where I'm originally from, everybody was talking about how it was still snowing there and kids were still out of school. It was supposed to be spring. So I did one called Drab to Fab, shed your winter layers and embrace your spring bodies. So here's somebody in their little spring dress. And so, it's all gray and yucky over here, and it's all spring and happy over here. So I did one called Drab to Fab. The one I'm doing right now is called Shape Up or Ship Out. I had a lot of people going on cruises or vacations, and I can see that going through their news feeds. And I'm like, man, my next group needs to be about vacations or some way to really tie in. So this was my challenge group banner. And over here on the side was just my, one of my invites or ads. But make sure that, if you can, come up with a creative theme instead of just putting together, my PIO hybrid training, or I've got one called Bring In Sexy, #BringInSexy_back. And it has autumn in it, and it's kind of cool and funky. So it's really kind of a neat way to create some themes. And guess what? I'm going to rotate through these three for a while. After the challengers come out of it, I'll just do another one. I'm not creating a new banner all the time. I'm just truly rotating through three groups right now. Bringing Sexy Back, the Shape Up or Ship Out, and my hybrid training group right now. The themes are important. People like that. People like to post about what they're doing and where they're going. You guys know this is this is always going to be in there. Don't just post a product picture. Like join my 21-day fix challenge group with my frowny face. And let me tell you what happened. This is an ad I did, a challenge group post I did. I was super excited about this. I thought it looked clean. I really liked the lines. Ashley Lachlan and I were going to do a Beachbody On Demand 30-day challenge group. And I had the Shakeology logo in there. I've got all the trainers, and I did this whole pick your trainer, pick your challenge, pick your flavor, give it all you've got for 30 days. This is a crickets ad. I got nothing. We decided not to do a Beachbody On Demand, and we ended up doing a 21-day fix challenge group together. So this is just note to self, test the waters with things. So always be testing some new and different. This was a test for me. I had never posted something without my picture or transformation, or at least me in the picture, or my theme. This was kind of a new one for me, and I've thrown it out the window. I'll never be using this again without some different pictures and text. So always be evolving. When you think you've done a good challenge group post and you've gotten some really great hits, remember that. Put that in your library. If you've done something like this, for me, this will be removed from my library. I will not be using anything like this again. Guys, it did not work. So just note to self, always be evolving, test the waters with some of your ads. But don't just post product pictures. Show your face, homie. So show your face in your pictures. People want to see you. So boom. So now I did one where I'm showing the trainers, Autumn and Shalene, but I put myself in there, right? I'm not actually doing the workout, but I'm holding up the 2 DVDs. So I'm not just showing the products. I'm showing me with the products. I got the 2 up for 2 for, and that's a hybrid training. And now people are like, oh, what's Lisa doing? Look at her. She's over here. She's doing something April 13th. Let's go down here and see what's going on. Got the trainers in there. So if people do recognize Shalene and Autumn, they know it's going to be a good program. So show your face in your challenge group ads. Ask for testimonials. If you guys are not doing this in your challenge group post, you need to make sure that 1 day or 2 days you're asking through, like if you're doing a 21-day fix, maybe it's at the beginning of your 21-day fix and the last week, ask them about why they love the program. Make that one of the little assignments. I always do that, and I get some awesome feedback. And this is one I did, and I got the most hits on this one right here. This is Maureen and her daughter, and she wrote this just because I asked what was something that you've overcome this week, and she just said, you know, I found time to exercise every day for 2 weeks after feeling I didn't have time before. I used to not be good at knowing what to do at the gym, and now I feel like I have access to boot camp, yoga, and Pilates all at my house. I also used to crave Starbucks lattes daily and snack on chocolate all the time. And with Shakeology, I've gone without those with no problem. I didn't change the wording to that at all. I was like, this is a money post. And it was. I got 6 challengers from this post. So this is a money post. If you can get your challengers to write their own little testimonials in your challenge groups and then ask them, do you mind if I share this testimonial in this picture? Go right ahead. And this one was an awesome one. So again, make sure you're asking your team, your challengers, if they have mind you sharing something, or ask them what they've overcome, or what has been a rock star moment for them. That's what I ask them is, what's a rock star moment that happened for you this week? And that was Marine's. Here's also a post I did for what are they saying after week 1? And these are also some other testimonials that that you guys can put out there. This wasn't necessarily a challenge group ad, but it built up credibility about the challenge group and what people were able to do. So after just the first week, they're able to fit into some jeans. They can't believe they've lost 10 pounds. They're able to run 37 minutes when they couldn't even run before. So again, just some examples of some testimonials that you guys want to add some credibility. Put that stuff up there. Ask for transformation pics. If Josh was on here, I was going to ask him if he would know what transformer that was, but I don't think he's on this group call. So that's an Autobot for anybody from the 80s. Make sure you're asking your challengers to send you your pictures weekly. Those are the good guys, by the way, not the Decepticons. I'm kind of a nerd. I have 2 older brothers. I have no sisters. Okay, so make sure you're asking your challengers for transformation pictures weekly. If you're not, then you're missing out on another great opportunity, because these programs work, and that's the reason they get the free t-shirts. You just want to keep them accountable for one, but the other is they're going to help you with your challenge group posts. Over here, this is my sister-in-law who did the 21-day fix, and she lost 10 pounds. And this was a really great picture. She was somebody who had not worked out in a while. She has a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. And she's had some really great results. She's now on like round 3 or 4 of 21-day fix, and she loves it. But Transformation pictures speak volumes. I think you guys know that, but make sure you're asking your challengers. They will give you pictures. And if not, you can go into the transformation picture file in the FitTribe. This is a picture of Miss Ashley from PIO, because I do not have a PIO transformation. I only have a fixed transformation. So hopefully I'll be getting my own and it'll look just as stealth as she does in her green swimsuit. And, but anyway, these, again, transformation pictures speak volumes. Make sure you're asking your challengers for them too. Do your research. So when you're doing your challenge group post, make sure you know your products. Who do they pertain to? What are the benefits and what can they do? So if you're not, I'm not an expert on PIO, but I was super excited because I wanted to try it and I was glad it was on special this month, but I wasn't an expert at it. So I did have to do some research. So make sure you do research on something. You know, if you have time to get it in before you do your challenge group, even better, because then you can try it out. But if you're already starting to advertise that you're offering this great challenge group and you don't really know much about it, then you want to make sure you do some research about it. I was getting a huge objection from some of my friends who are stay-at-home moms who run. So this was a big one for me. They were like, because I would try to overcome price objection with, well, you don't have to go to the gym. And they're like, well, I don't go to the gym anyway. I'm a runner. In North Carolina, there are a lot of runners because the weather's really nice here. So I was like, how can I overcome this running thing? You know, this is a lot of my market. So I did some research. Shalene has a great video. I think she did a question and answer series at Summit about how can PIO help runners. And this was exactly her words. She said longer hamstrings equal longer stride equals faster run times. So even though I'm not in this picture, I'm still adding value. So make sure that if you are posting an ad or a post about an upcoming challenge group, that you add value, because that's, again, what they're looking for. How's PIO going to help runners? Well, here you go. Flexibility, core strength, muscle definition, and did I put, yeah, muscle fatigue. I thought I put muscle soreness. Couldn't read that out my picture of it. Okay, so anyway, just another example of adding value and doing your research about what does the program actually do. If you're going to really hit up a target audience, or you know you're getting constant objection, then make your next post about that objection. Create urgency. We talked about this already, but make sure, and I want to show you guys this one. This was one of my first PicMonkey ones, and I can definitely see kind of where I've evolved. But again, I got the little arrow pointed to 3 spots left. This was done in January. Ditch the gym. Everybody was going to the gym in January and talk about how crowded it was. But again, create some urgency. So make sure on your post you're talking about either 3 spots left, or there's some exclusive VIP, you know, test group. I see that a lot. And I'm like, that's a really, you know, when I first came on board, I was like, what's this test group? I feel like I need to be a part. How can I be a part of this 21-day Fix Extreme test group? It just sounded so elite. And anyway, so you can do something like that. I mean, be creative with your words. It's your test group. Like, I could have put together a PIO test group because I've never done PIO. So maybe I just put together a bunch of people who have never done PIO, and that's a test group. So you all love my air quotes. La, 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 la. Get a little crazy with the air quotes. I'm going to put them down. Okay, put them back in the pocket. There they went. Okay, boom. Moving on. All right, so here we go. 21-day fix. So you asked for it. My 21-day fix group for April's full, so I'm opening a second group. Again, creating some exclusivity. I actually needed about 3 more people for this group to make it full, but I thought, well, I'll just do it this way. I'll flip the script on them and tell them it's already full. Now they can't get in, but they're asking for it, so now I'm going to bring in another 21-day fix group. So this is another way to really just show people, hey, people are interested. Now she's got to open a second group. I better get in on this. Anyway, make sure that follows them around the page. They're getting all those little key points. Awesome, guys. So that's it. So creating urgency, making sure you have creative content that goes along with your pictures. Make sure that I know the complimentary color wheel is super geek, and I know none of you guys are going to use that, but I had to put it in there because it's a real thing. I didn't make it up. Make sure you're asking for transformations. Make sure you're asking for testimonials. That's going to be huge. And also in your testimonial, ask if it's okay to tag, just a quick note, ask if it's okay to tag your, the person in it, because guess what? That's going to show up in their news feed, and there's going to be a lot of your cold market in that news feed. They're going to be like, oh, way to go, Maureen, because that happened. I actually had 3 other people join from her challenge group post picture of her. So they were like, oh, wow, if Maureen has time to do this and she no longer has chocolate cravings, maybe this is something I want to get in on. So ask them if they, obviously you want to ask permission. It's just like a signed model release. I mean, you can't just use somebody's picture and post a testimonial unless you ask. But Okay, so I'm gonna stop the share now and see if anybody has questions.
Sarah did.
Yeah, Sarah says, where do you get all your awesome backgrounds? Okay, so my a lot of the backgrounds are stock images from PicMonkey. So if you scroll down, PicMonkey has at the very bottom, it's called textures. Click on textures and it'll give you some of the backgrounds. Other than that, I'm a really big fan of what's called bokeh, B-O-K-E-H. And that is, that's just where you see like those little faded out lights. It's actually a photographer's term. It's where they can blur out the background. So it's kind of like blurred out black backgrounds. But I just will type in teal bokeh, white bokeh, silver bokeh, and it'll give me those little round kind of hazy lights is kind of what it looks like. So mostly I just Google images. I just go to Google and I'll type in what type of background I want. You'll see Megan will use like a brick wall a lot. You can, and I have a folder on my desktop just called background images. So I can just pull straight from there. And you can upload your own images in PicMonkey. For textures, it'll say, do you want to use your own? And you would click use my own, and then you just upload it, and that becomes your background. Awesome. Any other questions about how to rock your next challenge group post? This is one that was near and dear to my heart. So I just want to say thanks, guys. I was honored that Megan asked me to do a one on this one because I do love it so much. But again, you can spend too much time on these things, so be careful.
Yours are always so good. Like I look at yours and I'm like, okay, I need to do that. So I use yours. I have a question though.
Sure.
Have you started, or any of you started asking for referrals? And if so, how have you gone about that from current challengers? You know, like reaching out, asking them to say, hey.
I have not, I'll answer first and then we'll go around. I have not asked for referrals, but what I have done is in the last 2 challenge groups, I've ran a prize with the leaderboard, and I can share that with you guys in the group if you'd like. But I just did I gave them all 2 points if they drank their Shakeology and did a workout, and that was on the honor system because I just assume everybody's doing that. I would have no way of tracking that. I gave them 3 points if they actually did the daily assignment. So if it was show me your red container, or if it was post a sweaty selfie, whatever the assignment was, I gave them 3 points. I gave them 5 points a day if they posted on their personal wall and tagged me and put Shakeology. It was a picture of them drinking their Shakeology, a picture of them doing their workout, or eating a meal with the containers. So I gave them 5 points. And I gave away 3 prizes to the top 3. I did a yoga mat from Beachbody, the 21-day fixed water bottle, and another Shakeology cup for 3rd place. So, I mean, it's a little money out of your pocket. I think altogether it was $50 for those 3 items, but I got 4 referrals from 2 different people. So, so it's kind of because people will be like, oh, what are you doing? You know, finally it catches on, because that's 21 days of them posting on their wall about their workout. And so that's what I did. So I haven't officially asked for referrals, but that's how I got referrals.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's a good idea. Because I asked Megan about the point system, and she was like not sure about it either.
I know. I think it was Nikki Johnson that talked about it in one of the calls.
Yeah.
I thought, well, you know what, I'm going to test it out. And it actually worked really well for me. But I did ask the person before I reached out, because I could see in their news feed, you know, because I'm tagged in it, I could see under the picture that there was all these like questions. So I did ask, you know, my challenger first and say, is it okay if I reach out to these people? And she said, absolutely. So before you start like jumping on their little picture and start typing away, being like, me, you know, so I so wanted to jump in and be like, let me answer. But it's worked. This is the 2nd time around I'm doing it. And I've had one, this hasn't been as successful. My first round was great, but this time I've only had 1 person reach out to me, but I have 4 people posting on their walls. I just have only had 1 referral so far from them. So do you want to spend an extra $50? I just want to see how it would work. I don't know, but it's like, but then you get them, if you get them on Shakeology and they stay, then it's paid for itself. So it's kind of like, you have to kind of think.
Right. And
you could do something else. It doesn't have to be Beachbody products. I thought about doing those cute tanks that are on Facebook you see all the time. They're like doing a 2 for right now. It's like $25.
2 for 20.
Yeah. I was thinking about doing something like that. Would be a cute prize. But anyway, anybody else have any ideas on referrals? That's a great question, especially from your cold market.
Mm-hmm.
I had a few people that were just random leads or whatever, and they had people that were doing the programs with them, but they weren't actually in the challenge group. And I found that, Megan and I talked about giving those people that were in the challenge group some sort of incentive to get their friends that were doing the programs kind of informally. I haven't gotten that to work out yet, but that's something that I'm kind of playing around with. So we'll see how that goes.
That's a good idea.
I have a question. Has anybody had somebody who's been in like 2 or 3 rounds of one of your challenge groups who eventually decided to become a discount coach, but you already signed up like two of her referrals? That just happened to me. And so I'm trying to, and she's been great about it, but I feel bad. Like, I feel like those should have gone to her, even though it took her, 2 more rounds of the 21-day fix to decide she wanted to be a discount coach. But has anybody else had anything like that happen?
I do.
Okay.
And it's like, what are you going to do at that point? And like, the one girl was like, should I switch? And I was like, it's totally up to you, like whatever you want. Because I mean, the end result is they're still underneath you technically. I mean,
sure.
So it was like, it's totally up to you. And I just like, the way I said it was, if you decide to do anything else besides a discount coach, you're probably going to have to relate back to me anyways to get your information, your training and things like that. So, where you're at right now is probably the best situation for you.
Okay.
And then, I mean, she doesn't really care because it was like, oh, well, I waited and my friends are doing it with me and it was like, whatever. So it's just like, what are you going to do?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I started as a discount coach. And so when I started, I gave one of my coworkers that wanted to get into it to Megan. And then I was like, oh, I shouldn't have given it to Megan. But then she fell off. And then Megan gave me somebody to make up for that. And the person that Megan gave to me is still on. So Megan kind of got messed up with it. But it worked out for me. So, I mean, I wasn't mad. I was just like, Megan's, building the business and she's taking it seriously. And I'm a discount coach. And then when I started, to build myself, then I was just like, okay, well, it was right at the time, like Megan was going to do more for that person than I was going to do for them as a discount coach. So I don't regret that.
What do you guys think is the most challenging thing right now with your challenge group posts? Do you feel like you're clogging up your people's news feeds with your challenge group posts, or you're another like It Works and Avon and what else is out there? Scentsy and 31 and Unique 3D lashes?
Everywhere.
Okay. I know that's been my biggest struggle right now, is trying to find the balance between posting a week out, posting 3 weeks out. It starts to become, I don't know. So I'm just kind of curious as what you guys work on as far as a schedule for your challenge groups.
My best and like most productive posts have been posts where I like really spoke from the heart and like gave a testimonial, and not even really like a challenge group post, but like the one, I'll never forget it. My dad started drinking Shakeology and I waited for his 2 months. And when he hit 2 months, he had lost like 30 pounds just from drinking Shakeology. And I talked about it and I got like 50 likes and tons of comments from it. And I think I got like 3 or 4 challenges from that one post.
Okay.
And that seems to be my best avenue when I like do an ad or when I do something that's very like join me, this, that. It doesn't seem to like relate well for me. So when I post transformation pictures and talk about it personally, like this is my challenger and this is what she's done, it seems to come off better than the other ones do. So I'm still playing around with it too. Like, you've inspired me to work on my pick monkey skills. So I'm like playing with it, but it's not like my pictures look great now, but like the follow through isn't there. So it's just like, I don't know. Am I wasting my time there where I should just be doing, because I'm good with Photify. So I like Photify something, put something like 21 day fixed results and like, boom, there you go. It's right there. So I don't know. I'm still playing around with it.
It's definitely one of those you have to test and evolve. That was, I listened to I did a little bit of research before I did this, because I by no means feel like I'm an expert, but it's something I like doing and I enjoy it. But I did listen to a couple of different videos that Megan sent my way. And I loved this one girl was like, you got to test it and then either delete it from your timeline, if it doesn't get any likes or you don't get any traffic on it, and then just constantly be evolving. And that's one of the things I've learned is from the beginning is just constantly be evolving. But I agree with you, and I've just now started going back and making sure I'm asking people for testimonials, or in a sorry, not the air quotes, but I put those away. I holstered those in a way that's not like, hey, can you write me a paragraph testimonial so I can share this? Just asking people what they feel like was a rock star moment is basically what I'm asking. Because I think that that one post of Maureen, I got so much traffic from that, and it was so real, and it was just her words. It wasn't mine. It wasn't, and I think now that I've been doing this for 3 months, I feel like people want to, they want to see people other than us. I mean, they want to hear that it's working for somebody else besides us.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. And that's what, look at the tan girl. Ew.
Megan! What's up, girl? She's out boozing it up. She ain't listening to us.
But that's the one girl that I have all these young girls, and they're like, but the people who know who I'm working with are like, oh my God, it's so amazing what you're doing for these young girls. So like, I know everyone knows what's going on. So it's like, I'm trying to get that ball rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
okay.
You just got to play with it.
All right. Well, any other questions? Oh, Sarah, did you have a question?
No.
I saw your equal marks. I was like, what? Kristen, who's on here, she has a ton of it works people in her newsfeed. I mean, it's just constant. So she's like, we'll never beat them. They clog up the market on Facebook jail. But anyway, well, guys, thank you so much. Megan, we miss you. We hope you're having a good time. Thanks for entrusting us with this team call. I don't guess she's going to say anything. She's just going to she's like, yeah, seriously, living it up. Guys, thanks again. If you have any questions about PicMonkey or Challenge Group posts, please feel free to hit me up. It is something I love to do, so which is not good because I don't do Eat That Frog very well. I go right into what type of picture can I make today when I should be inviting and inspiring. So anyway, thanks guys so much. It's so great to see everybody. I hope you have a blessed day and a blessed night, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, guys.